The Taj Mahal, a monument cloaked in the silver of a full moon. Its marble, almost translucent, glowed against a velvet sky. The Yamuna River lay still. It mirrored the majesty above, shimmering like a liquid reflection of the heavens. The air vibrated. The night thrummed with unseen energy. This was not just beauty, it was magic. Veer, a young archaeologist, stood before the monument. He felt dwarfed by its grandeur. He had studied the Taj Mahal for years. He knew its history, its architectural brilliance, yet tonight it felt different. The Taj Mahal seemed alive, pulsating with a story waiting to be told. Veer walked slowly towards the mausoleum. He felt drawn by an invisible force. His footsteps echoed in the courtyard. He was alone, yet he felt a presence. Something profound lingered in the air, an ancient sorrow, a love that defied death. He reached the entrance. He paused. Taking a deep breath, he stepped inside, ready to face the mysteries of the Taj Mahal. Veer had always been captivated by the Taj Mahal. It was more than just a structure to him. It was a poem etched in stone, a symphony frozen in marble. Tonight the monument felt different, more potent, more alive. He felt strangely drawn to its heart. The air grew cooler as he moved deeper into the mausoleum. The scent of jasmine, faint yet distinct, wafted through the air, a whisper of a forgotten garden. The moonlight, filtering through the intricate yali work, cast dancing shadows on the walls. He ran his hand along the cool marble. He felt the smooth surface, polished by time and countless touches. It was not just a tomb, he realized it was a love story, whispered on the lips of the wind. He walked towards the central chamber, his heart pounding in his chest. An eerie silence greeted him. He could hear his own breath, shallow and quick. He felt a presence, a weight in the air, as if the very walls were watching him. The central chamber, bathed in the ethereal glow of the moon, felt sacred. Two cenotaphs, intricately carved, stood at the heart of the room, representing the emperor and his beloved queen. The air hung heavy, thick with unspoken words, with the weight of centuries. Veer stood before the cenotaphs. He felt a chill run down his spine. The air crackled with an unseen energy. He sensed he wasn't alone. A whisper, soft as the rustling of silk, reached his ears. It seemed to emanate from the walls themselves, a murmur of love and loss. He closed his eyes, trying to focus on the sound. It grew louder, clearer. It was a man's voice, filled with a deep, agonizing sorrow. "My love," the voice whispered, echoing in the vast chamber. "My Mumtaz, you were the light of my life, the moon to my tide." Veer's eyes flew open. He spun around, searching for the source of the voice. There was no one there. Yet he felt a presence, cold and sorrowful beside him. He was rooted to the spot, fear battling with fascination. Another voice, soft and melodic, like the tinkling of wind chimes, joined the first. It was filled with love, tinged with an unbearable sadness. "My Shah Jahan," it murmured, "my love transcends even death. I am with you always." Veer's blood ran cold. He saw them then, two figures shimmering like heat haze, standing beside the cenotaphs. The man, tall and regal, his face etched with grief. The woman, ethereal and beautiful, her eyes filled with an eternal love. He recognized them instantly. Shah Jahan, the Mughal Emperor, and his beloved queen, Mumtaz Mahal. Their love story was legendary, their sorrow, the stuff of ballads. But this was impossible. He was witnessing something beyond the realm of the living. Terror clawed at him, urging him to flee, but he was rooted to the spot, held captive by the raw emotion that pulsed in the air. He was witnessing a love that defied death, a grief that echoed through centuries. Shah Jahan's spectral form trembled. His voice, heavy with sorrow, echoed through the chamber. "I built this monument as a testament to our love, Mumtaz," he whispered, his voice breaking. "Each archway, each minaret speaks of my undying devotion." He reached out a hand, his touch passing through the cold marble of the cenotaph. "But even this magnificent tomb," he continued, his voice thick with despair, "cannot ease the pain of your absence. It is a constant reminder of my loss, of the love we were tragically denied. Veer watched in horrified fascination. He felt the emperor's anguish like a physical blow. It was a potent wave of grief, so raw, so profound, that it transcended time itself. This was the sorrow of a man who had lost his world. Section 6. A Queen's Undying Devotion. Mumtaz Mahal, her ethereal form glowing softly, stepped towards her beloved. Her eyes, filled with an eternal love, met Shah Jahan's. "My love," she whispered, her voice a gentle caress in the heavy air. "Do not grieve. Our love knows no bounds, no earthly constraints. It lives on in this monument, in every whisper of the wind, in every ray of moonlight that graces this sacred space." She reached out, her hand passing through his. "Our souls are entwined for eternity," she continued, her voice filled with reassurance. "Even death cannot sever the bond we share." Veer felt a strange peace descend upon the room as she spoke. Her love, unwavering and pure, seemed to soothe the emperor's pain, if only for a fleeting moment. It was a love that transcended the physical world, a bond that echoed through the ages. Section 7. Love Etched in Marble. Veer watched as the ghostly figures bathed in moonlight turned to face the monument. Their love, a tangible presence in the air, seemed to flow from them, seeping into the very walls of the Taj Mahal. "This is not just a tomb, young one," Shah Jahan's voice echoed, softer now, filled with a melancholic acceptance. "The Taj Mahal is the embodiment of our love, a testament to the power of emotions that transcend time itself." "Remember our story," Mumtaz Mahal's gentle voice added, a hint of urgency in her tone. "Tell the world that love, true love, never dies. It lives on in the whispers of the wind, in the moonlight that bathes this sacred space." The apparitions began to fade, their forms becoming more and more translucent with every passing moment. Their voices, however, lingered, echoing softly in the vast chamber, a poignant reminder of their eternal love story. Section 8. Beyond the Veil of Time. Veer watched, mesmerized and terrified, as the apparitions faded completely, leaving behind a silence that throbbed in his ears. The air, thick with emotion just moments ago, felt strangely empty. He stood there for what felt like an eternity, his heart pounding a frantic rhythm against his ribs. Had he imagined the whole thing? Was it the moonlight playing tricks on his eyes, the silence whispering tales in his ears? He looked around the chamber at the intricate carvings, the smooth marble, the cenotaphs that stood as silent witnesses to a love that had defied empires and death itself. He realized he had been touched by something magical, something that existed beyond the veil of time. He had always known the Taj Mahal was special, but tonight he had seen its true essence. It wasn't just a monument, a breathtaking display of architectural genius. It was a love story etched in stone, whispered on the wind, a beacon of hope for all who believed in the enduring power of love. Section 9. Lingering Echoes. Veer walked out of the Taj Mahal, his steps slow and measured. The night air, cool and crisp, greeted him like a balm on his skin. The full moon still hung high in the sky, casting its silvery glow on the white marble. He paused, taking one last look at the magnificent monument, and that's when he saw them. Two figures, hand in hand, walking towards the Yamuna River. They were translucent, shimmering like heat haze, their features obscured by the moonlight. He knew with a certainty that defied logic that it was Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal. Their love, he realized, was not bound by the walls of the mausoleum. It was woven into the very fabric of the Taj Mahal, a timeless echo of a love that would endure for as long as the moon kissed the earth. Veer stood there for a long moment, watching as the figures disappeared into the night. He left the Taj Mahal a changed man, forever marked by the whispers of eternal love he had witnessed. He knew with a certainty that went beyond reason that some stories, some loves, were truly timeless.